Hello everyone, take two. Sorry. This is my second take on starting the show. It's 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, Friday, 7/29/2016. My name is Brian Standards. This is The Awakening, and I'm very pleased to have you guys watching one more show. I plan on putting out one show a week, usually on Saturday night like it is now, and just sharing my view of the world with you, reading your comments, arguing back. Hopefully I'll have some people that figure me out and understand what I'm trying to portray. The DNC and RNC are over. The RNC was supposedly a basket case, and turns out the DNC was a total wreck. And that's fact. You might be a Hillary supporter that watched CNN all week, and you might think the DNC went over without a hitch, and I'm going to tell you something. You brainwashed. You brainwashed. Alright? That's what I'm talking about. Not only was there Bernie walkouts, they covered the vertical Hillary signs up. Let me go ahead and get my little folder up here for you guys. You'll know the Hillary signs for each delegation. I believe it said Hillary on one side and probably like Nevada on the other, Arkansas, California, etc. Well, here's what they did. They put tape over the H and the I and the Y, and it spells liar. This is a picture of the delegation for the Democrat National Convention. Now, this is one of a few. Most of them didn't do this, but the Bernie states all did this. And they even got blacklighted, by the way. But if you watched CNN, yeah, you probably didn't see none of that. So, moving on with the show. Let's see here. My show will run as long as it takes to get through all of this information. I'm gonna quickly just preface everything. We're gonna talk about MSM first. I'm gonna go over infinity and history. We're gonna discuss YouTube as a source of information, because I know you guys have been told, no, YouTube isn't a source. They're wrong, okay? In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, let me there. Excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry. I want to talk about predictions from different people. We're going to go through the weekly politic slideshow. Just a grouping of things that I've gathered. They're noteworthy as far as the election is concerned. We're going to go over Hillary Clinton's woes. They're just woes. Nothing. I mean, you guys that are watching CNN and MSM, the definition of MSM is mainstream media. The people that are watching MSM, y'all call them woes, while the rest of the population calls them crimes. There's a difference. We're going to go over the code words that MSM used for Hillary. We're going to talk about code words they used for Donald Trump. These code words are for sheep. Those of us that are smart enough to know about the code words, because I'm explaining them to you, we would never be led off of a cliff. You know, we would never be led to a Last Supper and eat the cyanide and die. We won't do that. But some of you sheep voters see these code words, and you go to the poll, it's like, bah, 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 Hillary, bah. Sorry, but that's the truth. We will play Hillary's Our Democracy is Screwed Up video. Love it. And then we'll go over links. I have some insight for you guys. And then at the end, I want to discuss the comment section. Feel free to send me comments, send me questions, argue with me. That's fine. I'm open to all that. And at the very end, hopefully this time I won't forget. I did in my last video to ask you guys to like and subscribe. Of course, I'm asking now. All right, let's start. Let's go right into it. Explain mainstream media, ownership, teleprompters, employees, and sponsors. I'll go over this as quickly as possible. Mainstream media, Marxism media, CNN, NBC, Fox News, MSNBC, PBS, CBS, ABC, NPR, and a couple of others. But anyway, they're owned by a few corporations, and I'll pull up the search screen, and I'll type in 90% of media is owned by 6. I'll just type that. Shouldn't have to put too much in there. And that's the last one I picked on, I believe. Here we are. The illusion of choice, and how the media makes you think you have unlimited amounts of choices. So how could you be biased? Well, it's simple. 90%, here we are. 90% of the news is controlled by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corporations. In 2011, it's probably worse now. This was 5 years ago. In 1983, there were 50 companies that owned all the media. Now it's 6, and here are the 6. General Electric, News Corp, Disney, Viacom, Time Warner, and CBS. They own the majority, 90%, of what you watch. And on each one of them corporations, there's a select few at the top that pretty much wrangle everybody together. And I will show you quickly what I mean by that.
Show things new on Sunrise. Frank Ocean tells a major fast food chain to buzz off. And which celeb peed in a glass jar?
ABC.
Frank Ocean tells a major fast food chain to buzz off. And which celeb peed in a glass jar? Frank Ocean tells a major fast food chain to buzz off. And which celeb peed in a glass jar?
Frank Ocean tells a major fast food chain to buzz off. And which celeb peed in a glass jar? Interesting question. Frank Ocean telling a major fast food chain to buzz off.
Yes, sir. Give me fair and balanced news, please.
Frank Ocean tells a major fast
where did you hear
chain
that?
to buzz off. And
It's so strange she heard what he heard.
Jar.
Frank Ocean tells a major fast
How does
food
he
chain
hear
to
what she
buzz
hears?
off. And which
Aren't they in different states and probably in different provinces?
Frank Ocean tells a major fast food
This
chain
is weird.
Buzz off.
How do they all know?
Which celeb actually
Oh.
peed in a glass jar? Frank Ocean tells
If
a
you would have
major
never
fast
watched
food
this,
chain
would
to
you have
buzz
known?
off. Also, an interesting story here.
news
What
is
celebrity
scripted.
would pee in a glass jar?
Frank Ocean
Okay, I
tells
ain't gonna
a
go any
major
further.
fast food chain to
Y'all seen? Okay, y'all seen. And then this, just try to find this little illusion of choice picture. It'll help you, okay? Now let's go back to IX quick. Why? Because I don't use Google. Don't believe in Google. You want me to quickly tell you why I don't believe in Google? Here's why. Let's go to Google and let's type Hillary cry. Okay? Now I want you to read those. Okay? Do me a favor and read them. Hillary Clinton, Hillary cries, Hillary crisis of character, Hillary crisis. Okay. What was Hillary involved in? A criminal investigation. Hillary criminal images. Look at there. Hillary criminal investigation's not there. Now watch this. Trump cry. What do you see? Trump Crimea. Trump criticizes judge. Trump crippled America. He's not even been president yet. Trump cries. Now, if you guys don't see the media bias that I'm seeing right now, and Google's a private company, I'm a Democrat. Google's a private company. They can do what they want to do, okay? If they want to make fun of Trump, they can do it, okay? Just make excuses, all right? Sorry, y'all, I got mad. All right, now. Let's see here. Well, let's go back to the top. We went over MSM quickly, the ownership. I showed you the teleprompters. You guys know they were reading off teleprompters because they all read the same damn thing. They are employees. Okay, you thought, they're journalists. You know, they got all these different, each one of them has his own opinion and his own everything. No, they don't. You can't have an opinion when you're an employee. I have worked at 6 different companies as an engineering designer, and all 6 companies, when I walked in the door, I did not have my freedom to do what I wanted. I done what my boss told me to do, and my boss did what the major boss told him what to do. And we all followed orders. When you're at a news organization, you might think you just get to run out and write stories on things. No, because right here, you have a thing called sponsors. If Monsanto Seed Corporation is sponsoring your station, you can't run out and go, you know what? Monsanto is taking these farmers' seeds and they won't let them use them multiple years in a row. Monsanto loans the seeds out and then takes them back at the end of the year, and that's unfair. Let's do a story on it. No, the boss says, no, they're a sponsor. You don't touch Monsanto or I'll fire you. That's an example, okay? So, item number 2, explain infinity and how history evolves. Words, definitions, and teachings are not set in stone. We all know history changes. If you're younger, a little kid, you might be growing up and thinking everything's settled down. You know, World War II's over, the Iraq War's over, it's all settled down. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. History's constantly evolving. There's never a day where another war won't be there. Okay? Other wars will be there. They may be big, they may be small, but they're always going to be there. And what you need to do is you need to combat these wars by creating a mind full of information as opposed to being a sheep that just gets herded to the next day. Because the more you're herded, the dumber you are, and that's what the elites want. That's what the owners of these news corporations want. They want you to be what they term, and they coined this. I didn't coin it. It's called being a useful idiot. If you are a useful idiot, when they have an agenda like voting Hillary in office, they just steer you with media, steer you over, and you just go vote. And you tell yourself, I'm voting for history. It's history. First woman ever. History. Last time was history. First black man ever. What did it get us? We can't even afford health care. I'm getting fined $2,000 because I don't have health care. The economy tanked. My job got rid of 800 workers. I won't mention names, but it got rid of 800 workers. That's why I freelance now. I'm doing good at freelancing. I'm proud of it. Here I am doing a YouTube show. But the economy's affected me directly, not indirectly. And don't tell me about the Obamacare that I can go get for free, all right? I'll be honest with you. I don't believe in that. Why do I not believe in that? Because I just, there's something wrong. For me, there's something wrong with just going out and saying to the government, give me everything. I am your servant. I'm not the government's servant. Okay? I'm not. And I'm not going to go, when I know I don't get sick enough to need insurance, when I know I can go get antibiotics and I know where to get them, and the antibiotics have gotten rid of sicknesses, 2 times in the last year, that's all I need. And it used to, it cost money to go to the doctor and stuff, and it would go to the insurance, but right now, you know, you pay $4,000 for an insurance policy, and you go to the doctor 2 times. How much were the doctor's visits? $2,000 a piece. I don't believe in that. And I don't believe in Obamacare giving these doctors $2,000 per visit and I go get it for free, and it just robs other people of money. I don't believe in that. When I was working, my premium went up 3 years in a row, 30% each year. Started out at 120. You multiply 30% of that and add it to it, and then it went to that out of pocket. Obamacare did it 3 years in a row. And then, of course, my company, because of that, and because China was selling motors for $200 cheaper, because of NAFTA, my company, and I was the one that was doing stats and engineering, my company said, you know what? We can't compete. We can't compete. It's too cheap. And they're shipping their motors 7,000 miles. And it still beats our prices. That's bullshit, guys. And it all goes into the government. It does. No matter how hard we work, the deals that are made inside Washington, D.C. and how they tie to foreign people, foreign countries, and foreign dignitaries, it ties into your ability and my ability to work. All right. I told you, no matter how long it takes, we're going to do this whole show, guys. All right. We know that history evolves. We understand we have to just be ready with it. We've got to be ready for history with information. We have to research. Discuss YouTube and source information versus, I'm sorry guys, I have astigmatism, okay? And reading, things do this. Here's a normal person, here's me, like that. Okay, discuss YouTube and source information versus colleges citing where to get it, like below. Illinois.edu's archaic and elite-driven guidelines. YouTube is not below, but MSM networks buy and use raw cell phone video listed on YouTube. Wiki and how AstroTurf. Okay, that's the second thing. All right, now this is from that college website that tells you source information best for intended audience, watch for and consider. And it says newspapers, popular magazines, professional. See, there's a number. Professional trade magazines. Don't ever go to an unprofessional person like me. You know, they're just going to tell you straight up that that's not journalism. Scholarly academic journalists, and then books and websites. Okay, just websites. YouTube's not on here. But what, as far as getting your information, what does CNN, NBC, and all the rest of them do whenever there's a shooting? They find the first YouTube cell phone release, call that person up and say, can I put this on air? Bam, it's on air. And this is an updated, I just pulled this off that website today. So I'm just telling you guys right now, you get to choose where to get your source information from. I gotta get a drink of water. You get to choose where you get your source information from. It's up to you. If you go to YouTube, here's what you get as a benefit. YouTube has infinity. Think about this. I told you guys infinity is the base of all knowledge, right? It's that blank sheet of paper you get to lay everything on, and the paper goes out forever, which means you can build a knowledge base that is infinite. You go to YouTube, you get infinite personalities, infinite characters, infinite points of view, and you can put all of them infinite pieces together to create a pretty accurate representation of reality. When you go to the mainstream media, you get 6 corporations, you get a group of elite people getting together, and each one of them getting with the other and saying, we're smarter than all of them people. We're smarter. Us 6 are smarter than 7 billion people. We're smarter than 320 million Americans. Yeah, just the 6 of us. God had us. They were born out of the womb and we weren't. We were brought down from the stars. No. That's why the world's falling apart, guys. It's why all of the banks all over the world are falling short on their funding. How do you fall short on a fiat currency when you print the goddamn currency? How do you fall short? You don't. It's a plan. It's a ruse. You can't fall short when you can print more. And if you don't understand money, I'll do an episode on money. Just leave it in the comments. I want you to do an episode on money. I will. But when you look around at the people, if the people want to work and there's things to work for, then you're gonna have a bunch of people working. But if you're the Federal Reserve of America and you pull the money out of the system, you just basically, the system had plenty of money in it. People were paying their mortgage. Guys were starting little startup companies, and all these great things were happening. And then the bank said, "Let's see that. Okay, just keep pulling it out." And once you pull enough money out of the total system, what ends up happening is there's not enough in circulation. And when there's not enough in circulation, it's harder to get to. What does that make prices do? What does that make entrepreneurs do? Close shop. What does that make homeowners do? Lose their house. So everybody needs to watch a documentary. I'll tell you this right now. Get your pen and pencil out. Everybody needs to spend 3.5 hours watching this documentary, because it will get you started on the road to understanding money. The name of the documentary, and I'll pull it up while we're sitting here talking. Okay. The Money Masters by Bill Still. Okay. I may have showed this in my last video. I like showing it. It's very important. This is probably the most informative 3.5 hours you'll ever spend in your whole entire life. And you might think, well, it's like a history lesson and it's boring. No, it's not. Money's not boring. Money is not boring. I don't give a damn who you are. We're all attached. It's almost like the people that like car racing are people that like to drive fast. The people that like to watch basketball on TV are the people that love to go out and play basketball with their kids. You know what I'm saying? Or the ones that played when they were young. Nobody can deny the fact that they like money, because everybody deals with it. And this documentary goes through history from the inception, where the Rothschilds started taking over banks. It goes from there forward, and it walks you up to today. And Bill Still makes a couple of predictions about the world we live in right now, and they're all true. He created this documentary in 1996, and as you can see there, TVs are square. 1996, and he predicted what's happening in 2016. If that's not reason enough to spend 3.5 hours of your time, I don't know what is. And let's see, how many views does he have? Okay, when I watched this the first time, he had 41,000 views. And I have been pushing it. I've been pasting it in Facebook comments and just getting the word out. Watch this. Please watch this. He goes through tally sticks, which is a form of money. He goes to George Washington. No, not George Washington. Sorry, I said that wrong. Abraham Lincoln, when Abraham used the greenback, which was a currency that was unattached to a bank at all. The federal government printed it and controlled it, and it worked. But the bankers, the bankers couldn't have that. The bankers wanted control of the money supply. And there's one quote in here from the Rothschild in the very beginning. He says, "Give me control of a country's money, and I care not who makes the laws." And that is the story of our humanity today, right there. All right, now let's go back. Okay, point number 4, Young Turks. I put hose. Sorry. Yeah, you're right, host. Young Turks host predicts Trump will win. Shit. See if I can find it. He may not. I think he done it on Twitter, and if he done it on Twitter, I'm not going to be able to find it here. I do have a Twitter account. My Twitter account is InfoWarriorAwakening at twitter.com, I think. But anyway, he predicts that Trump will win. He was wandering around the DNC and the RNC. Maybe it was just the RNC in that video, guys. But he was wandering around and he was asking people questions and he was listening to people off in the distance. He said he was very aware of what people were saying. And he said it was like 90%, there ain't no way I'm voting for Hillary Clinton. And everybody was pro-Trump. And then the ones that weren't, the very small percentage were going to vote Green Party and others. Mitt Romney, I believe today or yesterday, predicted Trump will win in his own mind. And everybody knows how anti-Trump Mitt Romney has been. Number 5, go through the weekly show pictures. Okay, let's do that now, guys. We'll just start right here. What do you call a basement full of liberals? A wine cellar. Okay, I got that one off Facebook, I believe. And this is the DNC before the last day. As you guys know, on the last day, they had plenty of flags, and Hillary Clinton had a flag behind her head on the Jumbotron. But before that day, they only had 8 flags up on stage, and they were all back in the shadow. I'm talking they were back where the lights, when they shine down on the stage, you could not see the flags. Well, in the crowd, someone snapped this picture, and that is the only flag that they were carrying. I think this may have been day 2, a Palestinian flag. How could you be more anti-Israel than to have a Palestinian flag? And then all this happened 3 days straight, no flags, hardly any flags at all. And then on the 4th day, it's almost like Hillary put out a DNC mandate. Everybody has to go to the store and buy a goddamn flag. And then all of a sudden, it's full of flags. And that's how she works, guys. She's a slithering little snake, and she knows she's doing something, and she knows it's pissing people off, and then she jumps on the train and goes, we're going to change this to make people think we're good. Next picture. This is LA Times. Right here you see Trump leading, Hillary's catching up, and then Hillary crosses him, and then of course it goes back. Well, this was a while back. This was 0722. It's 0730. And Trump's up 7 percentage points right now. So Hillary stays on 40 and Trump's up on like 47 right now. Oops, sorry. All right, now this one here. Liberal Logic 101. Media is absolutely certain Russia hacked DNC to help Trump, but thinks the motives of priest beheading jihadis in France are a mystery. Imagine that. And this, I got this off of Twitter. And this pissed me off because everybody knows how pro-Hillary Twitter is. They're like 100% Hillary, 0% Trump. Well, when they do end up posting something about Trump, if it's about politics, it's like Trump's next speech. And that's it. There's nothing to it, just Trump's next speech. Hillary gets the little Twitter icon, and she gets news breaking, history making. Watch live on CBSN on Twitter. See? And that's propaganda, kids. Those of you kids that don't believe propaganda exists, there it is. This is the 6 conundrums of socialism in America. America is capitalist and greedy, yet half of the population is subsidized by the government. Half of the population is subsidized, yet they think they are victims. They think they are victims, yet representatives run the government. Their representatives run the government, yet the poor get poorer. The poor get poorer, yet they have things people in other countries only dream about. They have things in other countries people dream about, yet they want America to be more like other countries. It's completely and total absurdities. We can't make everybody happy. We can't turn America into third world countries and be happy. I mean, that's what this is getting at. The political correctness and all that bullshit is just crap. And let me give you a little something for this picture, okay? Obama has imported lots of Muslims, and I ain't going to say he's to blame for the Muslim shootings, but at the same time, the worst is yet to come. Hillary wants to do the same. She wants 1 million in her first term. Hillary said at this point, what difference does it make whenever she lied about Benghazi? We all know that. She lied about Benghazi. She said it was a viral video, and she told Chelsea on the same freaking night she said that she knew what went on. And Bernie, sellout. I'll tell you right now, go look for Bernie's new Audi A8 $250,000 supercar. Okay, sellout. I showed y'all this earlier. Says Trump is a racist to Hispanics. We all know what happened in the DNC email leak. Someone classified the Hispanic vote as what? Taco Bowl? There you go. And if you're voting Democrat and you don't know that, you need to look it up. The email leak, this girl here, she controls all of it. If somebody sends an email that ain't right, she says don't send that. But emails were sent back and forth about the Taco Bowl vote, which was the Mexican vote. And this one right here, she's in charge. She resigned from her job that day, guys. Whenever the leaks came out, she resigned from her job. And guess who hired her the next day? Hillary Rodham Clinton. All right, now this one is too big. This is the 1984 presidential election. Who ran for election in 1984? I know y'all can see it on the screen. Yes, Ronald Reagan did, of course. And everybody in 1984, all of the Republicans were basically kowtowed by the damn Democrats saying that Walter Mondale was going to win, period. And the Republicans and the rest of the damn country was fed up with Democrats. They was fed up. Fed up so bad that only one state went to the Democrats. And I'm telling you guys, this map, it's going to look this way this year for Trump. It's going to look just like this. The answer to 1984 is 1776. All right. Make America great again. Make America safe again. This is Democrats making fun of those slogans. These are the empty, meaningless slogans of a man who hath no interest in policy and no idea what he do as president. That so many are falling for them, proof of the dumbing down of America. You know what I'm glad about? Let me bring this over. You know what I'm glad about? I'm glad Trump. In my last show, I'm sorry for saying Obama when I meant Trump. I had Obama on the mind, just like I did just now. I'm glad Donald J. Trump did not run on hope and change. I am so glad he did not run on an emotion and an open verb. Because hope and change to what? You know, change positive, change negative. What? These slogans here, Make America Great Again, Donald Trump has to stand behind these slogans. He makes America go to the shit bowl, we're going to all know about it. And we're going to all call him to account. Obama, can't call him to account. He didn't say he was going to do anything good. Make America safe again. That is on the heels of what's happening to our police officers. All right, let's go back. And this view picker is Earth and View. It's the best. It's the best program. It's free and it's kick ass. It beats programs that cost hundreds of dollars. Obama's half brother says he's voting for Donald Trump. This, I believe he's a citizen from. He's a legal citizen from Africa, and I believe him and his family have moved here. But this is proof straight up. He sees through the lies and disinformation. Why can't the rest of you liberals? President Obama claims that we need to federalize the police force. Of course you would claim that after having a couple of Muslim attacks and then the police being attacked left and right and then telling the police that they're racist. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Adolf Hitler had one too. They were called the Gestapo. We all know what happened in World War II, and we're heading down the same path. The first part of the path is the elite control of everything through Bilderberg, Bohemian Grove, and the major corporations of the world, and then it works its way into the government. Once it's in there and it's got henchmen to control the government, then, as it's doing right now with the Black Lives Matter movement and a lot of other things, they hit a point of martial law, and once the point of martial law is hit, then you could have leaders put into power, and the leaders just tell the people, hey, I'm here, I'm your leader, get over it. When I die, somebody will move into my place. And I know you liberals, you're laughing. Go ahead and laugh it up. Go ahead and laugh up the New World Order. George Bush Sr. said it on national TV. We got to get ready for a New World Order. What do you think that's going to be? Cupcakes and ice cream? Come on. I believe this is another attack in Germany where I believe the attacker had a knife. Machete. Okay. I have astigmatism, hard to read in little words. Yeah, he just went through the streets killing people with a goddamn machete. I mean, come on, guys. A Muslim goes and kills 49 at a gay club, and then Muslims are given a party. It was a party, I believe, for their baby being born or something. They're given this party as gratuity, and they go and they shoot up San Bernardino. And that happens, and then the mainstream media jumps on TV and says, we need to ban guns. Banning guns won't fix that. I want somebody to write me a message where you can uninvent guns, okay? You write me right here, right there, okay? Tell me how you can uninvent guns. You be the next Nobel Prize winner of the United States of America and the world for finding a way to delete guns forever and ever and ever, and they're never created by the human again. She called it quits, got rehired by Hillary. If the election for president were held today, for whom would you vote? Okay, this is I guess it's a Twitter poll. 49 Hillary, 51 Trump. Now let me explain something about this poll. This is mainstream media. We all know Twitter is for Hillary. Okay, we all know that. So you might as well go ahead and give her 20, 30 points. Give her a 30-point spread because it's Twitter. The confetti at the DNC was made from 33,000 missing emails. I thought that one was pretty funny. All of them emails shredded. That's them. Here's a clip of a protester at Hillary Clinton's Miami rally shouting DNC leak. Why does it say Miami? Whenever I clipped it, it was, yeah, it is Miami because I can tell it's different than where we were the other night. So that they knew about it a while back. Okay, this is Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump. That's her dress. She paid $135 for it. Even though she's wealthy, her dad's wealthy, her dress is pretty normal. I mean, to me that's expensive because I wear cheap ass clothes, guys. Hillary Clinton's jacket, $12,700. Who's the elitist? Someone wants to be rich and someone knows what money is worth. That's the way I see that. This is Haiti. President Donald Trump, thank you in advance for stopping the Clintons from re-entering the White House. They pretended to assist Haiti after the earthquake, but instead raped our country of billions of dollars. In fact, they're still raping Haiti as we speak today. And you might ask why. I believe very recently, it wasn't Haiti, it was Africa. Bill Clinton's brother, or Hillary Clinton's, one of their relatives is now an executive for a gold mining industry in Africa, I believe. Watch Clinton Cash. All right, let me pull Clinton Cash up here real quick. It's free on YouTube, guys, and everybody needs to watch it. I don't care if you disagree with it. If you're a Democrat and you hate watching things that make you mess with your cognitive dissonance, okay? You need to watch it. If you don't know what cognitive dissonance is, go back to my previous video, which is video 3. Watch it. All right, it's the video that says I predict Trump will win the nomination. It'll teach you cognitive dissonance. Now, Clinton Cash, right here. Okay, I won't show much of it, especially the advertising. What Clinton Cash is about, it's about the Clinton Foundation and how it seems odd how they travel about and make deals with countries, and Bill Clinton always pops up for a speech in that country. Make a deal with China over something and Bill Clinton pops up for a speech. Make a deal with Iran or with Russia and Bill Clinton pops up for speeches. And then all of a sudden they get these humongous payments. And all you got to do is take a piece of red string on a big map and put the little the pins where they're going, and then wrap the string around the pins, drawing a line, and then you put another pin up there for Bill Clinton, and you wrap the string around him, and then you run the string down wherever the money goes back into the Clinton campaign or the Clinton Foundation. Bam, you tie that string together, and the lines, they line up. It's that simple. They line up, and you're like, well, doing it 2 times in a year where they line up, that kind of makes you think, okay, yeah, that's coincidence. Doing it every single time that it happens, it's not a coincidence anymore. All right? Watch this documentary. It's very important. Easy to find. Okay. We're through. Well, no, we didn't finish. We got to do a couple more. Surprise Bernie supporters. I rigged it. We all know that. And this is a Donald Trump rally. And a lot of people, they especially the news media, try to say Donald Trump's rallies don't draw a crowd. They could never be more wrong. Never be more wrong. That's why Trump always says, I wish mainstream media would move their cameras, pan them left and right to see this crowd. They never do it. They want you liberals, because I want to explain why they want you liberals dumbed down here in a second. Okay, I want to explain here in a second. All right, I'm back. Sorry guys, had to take a break. Now, move this over to the side. There, right there. All right, now, what we got here is the media telling people that Trump doesn't have any supporters. And I'm going to draw an analogy for you guys, a little scenario that'll bring light to how I feel about media and how I believe you should feel about media. Has anyone out there ever been hoodwinked? Have you ever had someone trick you and have you do something that made you feel lesser of a person when it was finished and the person that talked you into it are over there laughing at you? I work on Upwork and Freelancer, and when I was on Freelancer, I had this guy from Italy. He wanted me to create, we'll just call it a gadget, okay? Because I did sign an NDA with him. He wanted me to create a gadget, and he was going to pay me $500 to do it. And all he wanted was some 2D sketches, some dimensions, something that he could go apply for a patent. I did all of the work for him, and he just kept, like he would take the gadget that I'd done exactly what he told me to do, and he would critique it and say, you need to do some extra things. And he done this extra until my $500 was nothing. When you work a whole week, $500 might be okay, but then when you start getting into another week, then it starts dwindling away, and all of a sudden it ain't worth working. Well, long story short, I went and done some research on him, and I found the same project awarded to him via another guy here in America, and he was getting $4,000 for creating the sketches to send to a patent office. So he's getting $4,000. He's having me do it for $500. He's overworking me, And he's a middleman sending things to this guy in America, and that guy's critiquing him. He's bringing it back to me saying, no, you need to do this, do that, do this. And I knew it was something like that because it took him a day and a half to 2 days to get back to me. That type of behavior pissed me off to the point I closed the job. I didn't get paid for it, but I made sure I got in contact with the first guy and let him know that I did all the work, let him know that he was being cheated by a guy who's pretending to know how to draft and design and work things in 3D, and he didn't know anything about it. Well, I believe I ruined his name quite a bit. Now let's relate this to you. How would you feel if all of the things you've been watching on mainstream news media have been purposefully put in front of your face to trick you into doing things that you don't want to do? For instance, the news media tells you that Trump don't have any supporters. And then the news media shows Hillary's supporters and makes sure they do a panoramic view of them. And you get one part of the picture, and the other part of the picture, you usually see Trump and the stage behind him. And they even go in and manipulate the crowd roar, and they bring it down because they got studios, multi-million-dollar studios, where they can bring the crowd roar down. They can go to Hillary's and bring it up. Whenever Hillary got her inauguration speech, they put a golden filter over her, and she had gold glowing around her body. First woman ever. Just think about these things. Whenever that happens to you, let's say they're lying. Let's say they're lying. How would you feel about them lying? They're using you as the lie. Okay? Now y'all see this picture. As far as the eye can see, there's people. When this one was done, I think Trump said they put speakers outside the auditorium so the 5,000 people outside could hear him speak. And y'all know me, I'm fact-based. Trump, Toledo. The one I watched, I believe, was the Toledo, Ohio speech. And I believe that's this one. This is his Toledo, Ohio speech. I don't know if CNN has covered this. But as you can see, sorry guys. As you can see, there were plenty of people there. It's a ruse. And the sad part is, you're being made fun of. Anytime someone tries to hoodwink you, even if it's multi-million-dollar media news anchors and the leaders that hoodwink you, they're treating you like you're stupid. I mean, would you follow a news anchor's advice to go across the bridge that looks like it's about to fall just because they're wearing $1 million suit and driving a Ferrari? Would you? Or would you go, wait a minute, you go across first and then I'll follow you? Well, don't watch CNN, NBC, and all them other stations and tell yourself that you are informative, that you are full of opinions and facts, because you're not. You're not full of facts. You're full of their hogwash. I'm from the South. I say things like that. I'm going to go ahead and cover this since we're on the pictures. Let me scroll down to it. Or was I already there? Yeah, cool. I was there. Number 6, go over Hillary Clinton's email woes. Here's Hillary Clinton's email woes. Politico. Morning Money. Clinton's email woes not over. Next. This is Google. Why Clinton's email woes are deemed worse than predecessors. Newsmax. Hillary Clinton's email woes about to get worse. Huffington Post. Polls show Hillary Clinton's email woes aren't over. Daily News. Hillary Clinton's email woes will worsen. And I believe that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. They use code words, guys. And I will show you Donald Trump's code word. Here's Donald Trump, Washington Post, dark. CBS News, dark, 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 all the way down. Every one of them uses the word dark. They mention Donald Trump and the word dark in the same sentence. They want voters to think, if I vote for him, it is a dark decision. Why? Why would they pick the word dark? Not everybody relates to the word unqualified. Some people, you know, the youngsters, the ones that are just out of high school, may not have used the word unqualified very many times in their lifetime. But dark and light are two very simple words that we all use when we're 10 years old. We use them when we're 4 or 5. It's one of the first words you learn. It's dark or light. Well, they use dark because they know that it is ingrained in the mind, just like Obama used hope. Hope is something that the majority will know. Change, majority will know. Email woes. Some people don't know, what is a woe? I have to go look that up. Some people know, some people don't. But if you got a demographic of voters that are younger, don't really care what woe is, or they don't know what woe is, they're not going to go to Google and search up woe, right? Think about that. How do you hide information from youngsters? Here's how you do it. Email scandal. No. Let's rename it from scandal to woe, because the kids are going to be searching for scandal. And if all they pull up is the old stuff, then they'll think Hillary's out of the dark. I just thought that up, guys. I'm sorry. I just figured it out just now. But that is mainstream media code, right? They're hell-bent on turning you into a sheep. And you should take offense. You should be madder than hell that someone is classifying you as so stupid you're a sheep. And that's why I get on to you, social justice warriors. That's why I'm here. That's why I said we're taking the vote back this year. Because you're led to slaughter. Number 7, go over Donald Trump's dark. I did that. Videos. Play Hillary's Our Democracy is Screwed Up video. Right here. And I'll have to stop it and restart it. Forgive me.
Our economy isn't working the way it should.
There.
Our economy isn't working the way it should because our democracy isn't working the way.
All right, let me turn it up and I'll play it again.
It should. Our economy isn't working the way it should because our democracy isn't working the way
It should. Okay. Now, what do you guys get from that? Hillary Clinton, the one person that mishandled classified and top secret information, the one that destroyed 30,000 emails, which are now said to have been backed up at Platte River. And on top of being backed up at Platte River, Julian Assange says he has them. Russia has 22,000 or 20,000. She lost classified American information. And she uses her husband, Bill Clinton, to go in there, and he either bribed Loretta Lynch with money from the Clinton Foundation, I'll pay you $50 million, and Loretta Lynch is like, oh, damn, I could take them vacations I wanted to. But you got to get Comey to say he won't prosecute. Comey's in a rock and a hard place, and I said this in my last show. He gave everybody something. He gave us something. He gave us 14 minutes of testimony that Hillary Clinton was cheating and screwing the system. She was not abiding by the same laws you and I abide by. And then he gave 1 minute, I'm not going to prosecute her, to keep his job, keep his name, and not die in the next 6 months. All right? That's what happened. All right? Look at it in its totality. And you can draw the big picture. And what does this speech of Hillary's say to you? Lies. Because our democracy is not working right now. Do you mean, Hillary, do you mean whenever you was elected to the Democrat convention before the goddamn vote never fucking started? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about whenever you fucking done what threw military generals in fucking prison, you done the same goddamn thing and then you fucking get to walk out. You get to tell the FBI director to stick it up his ass. Is that how you talk about your own fixed democracy? I swear to God, any of you vote for her after knowing what I'm telling you right now, I feel for you. I feel for you. I feel for your mind. Because it has not evolved yet. You're not the flower right now. You're the bulb. You haven't sprouted out and showed yourself. And I'm sorry for all the cussing. Kids, if you're listening, I'm sorry for all the cussing. And quickly about the damn... Cussed again. And then quickly about the damn Bill Clinton ad. About the Donald Trump ad where Hillary Clinton uses Donald Trump's words and kids are sitting there in front of the TV and it's like, oh my gosh, he said some bad things. I'm going to grow up and be just like him and be evil and mean and monger and scared. Come on, guys. You set them same kids in front of a TV where Hillary Clinton says, I landed under sniper fire in Bosnia. And we all seen the airplane land, and the reporters that were on the plane with her said, what the hell is she talking about? The woman has dementia. She has dementia. From the time she did that thing where she looked at the two girls and went, and then the sniper fire thing, and there's so many different times in the past where she has lied, and I'm not talking about constructive and compulsive lying. I'm talking where she wandered off into this flower land and then she comes back to reality. And then you got the part of her where she lies, where she I remember she was in front of a Senate committee hearing and they were grilling her on the emails, and one of them, he's Trey Gowdy, I believe is his name. He's got the white hair that's combed back. Trey Gowdy got her pretty good, and he said something to her, and she answered back, well, I don't know anything about that. And whenever she answered back, I don't know anything about that, she done this. You see her do that. Guys, y'all need to, each one of you needs to go on iXQuick or Yahoo and search body language and learn body language so you can further understand politicians. You know, when she knows that she is above the law, she will relax and not care. But when she knows she's in trouble, because Loretta Lynch done the same goddamned thing whenever she was being grilled in front of the Senate committee. He answered this damning question and she just answered back, I don't know what to tell you, or I can't answer it, I plead the fifth, or something. She did it and Loretta Lynch went, bobbled her little head back and forth, and I'm like, you and Hillary Clinton, above the law. Not for you and not for me. It's a big club and we ain't invited. We just get to go pretend vote. See, we get to go to the DNC. Of course, I'm voting Republican this year, but we get to go to the DNC and vote for pretend to elect a pretend candidate while Hillary has it in the bag. All right. Maybe my antics aren't boring. I hope so. Hillary's VP, Kane. Let's zoom this up a little bit. Kane saying Hillary should be held responsible. Let's click on this one.
I can't take 5 classified information I get as a senator and give it to somebody with no consequence. I can't take classified information I get as a senator
What?
and give it to somebody with no consequence. I can't take
The
classified
Joker.
information I get as a
Batman's
senator
Joker.
and give it to somebody with no consequence.
Sorry. I thought that was funny. That did I tell you dementia? Just as walking through life, and then all of a sudden, it's like me. I guess I have it. I don't know. When I go off on my little spiels and stuff, it's personality, but at the same time, when you're a political leader, you might want to scrub that. But see, if Trump does anything out of kilter, it's a mainstream news headline. Hillary does something out of kilter, it's pushed to the back page, to the section that no one reads. Anthony Gucciardi speaks truth. Go to 2 minutes 13 seconds. Okay, this is InfoWars. I am an info warrior. I have been for about a year now. Okay, let's pause it there. And 2 minutes. 2 minutes 13 seconds. Okay.
So my question would be, how do I change that? How do I personally change that? Excuse me.
No worries. Thank you. And Robert, thank you for your call. I appreciate you, actually. You sound like a really genuine person yourself. Look, there's no one solution to just wake everyone up and change everything, right? But I think the ultimate solution that we should all be working towards is to remember that we're not battling each other, right? So someone to my right, someone to my left, they don't agree with me. They're on opposite sides. The dyad is shifted, okay? They vehemently disagree with all my positions. Well, guess what? We're still two human beings that have greater issues. That's why historically in times of war, not saying this is a good thing, people come together, right? Because they have a greater issue. What's happened now in society is that we've been pegged against each other. The media just loves
divide and conquer.
A little fight, right? Loves infighting, loves to pit people against each other, make everything hot and cold. The truth is we have to remember that we're on the same side. We're on the same side. Some idiot just took a stick in the sand and put a line down the middle, and now we're all afraid to cross it. We're all afraid, and we're like, oh, that we can't. We're divided. It's fake division. It's fake. It's all BS. And none of it is real. We have to remember we're all human beings facing the same greater issues. Greater issues than someone getting triggered by a politically incorrect word that doesn't matter. Greater issues than someone freaking out because something that they saw online was racist or arguing on Facebook, okay? These are all just little minute problems. We need to remember the greater issues. We are all needing to come together. It is through the artificial division that we are failing and we are losing the battle 100%. So instead of in viewing it as that person is wrong and I need to tell them what is right, not saying you do that to caller, by the way, just in general, we need to remember to bring them on the same side, man. Wake them up and remember, smack them in the face, say, hey, there's bigger stuff going on. We're all being screwed. The establishment system is screwing all of us. It's not just, the little tiny things the media makes us care about because they don't control the narrative anymore. So we got to bring back the narrative and hijack it. We're all on the same team. We're on light.
Okay, I'm going to pause it there. Or stop it. Go back here. All right. Just watching Anthony Gucciardi say that brings me to my Trump promotion. Donald J. Trump was anti-establishment when he went in and ran as a Republican. The Republicans put Ted Cruz in. Fox News promoted Ted Cruz every day, all day. Fox News never promoted Trump. All of the other channels, when the Republicans got positive press, Ted Cruz was the positive press. When the Republicans got negative press, Ted Cruz was, or Donald Trump was the negative press. Now, fast forward to today. Trump, because people know he's anti-establishment. He's anti-New World Order. He's anti-TPP. He's anti-globalism. Trump knows that our strength in America has nothing to do with globalism. And there's some people that live with this little nuance. They think, well, we're the world police and making globalism means we're the ones that go around and be the world police. I'm here to tell you, no. Interpol is the world police. It originated in France. Interpol can arrest you anywhere in the world. If you go to South America, you flee America, you think, oh no, the Americans are going to come down there and get you. No, they're not, because there's no jurisdiction for them. But Interpol has worked out these deals with all these countries where they get to go around and apprehend criminals no matter where they are. And if you've ever heard the word Interpol, now you know what it means. America, we do go over and protect people. We protect Japan. We protect certain islands. We protect certain countries. We have bases in their countries. But as Trump has stated, we pay the bills. And we don't get anything back. They don't let us get some of their resources, or they don't pay us money that helps our country. They just say, come protect us for free. And Trump knows that's a lopsided, wrong proposition. I got to get a drink of water. I still have my beer, but my stomach's upset tonight. But that's the thing, guys. Trump is anti-establishment. That's why the movement is here. That's why it's going on. And Trump said he was going to uncover, it was a rigged system. He said it from the beginning. And everybody's like, oh, Trump worked with the Russians to uncover the rigged system. You're delusional. You're delusional. These Russian hackers and WikiLeaks hackers have been around for years. They've been stealing jet concepts from Lockheed Martin and giving them to China. And Trump's not had anything to do with any of it. But now that he's in politics, Democrats are like, well, let's just go ahead and attach all this stuff to him, and then it'll be his problem. I know he's not a politician, but let's just attach it, and then Hillary will win. And then history, we'll get history. Come on. Oh my gosh, come on. Had enough history 8 years ago and 4 years ago. Next, Michael Trim. I'm not going to play this one because it's long, but I want to show it to you real quick. Good video. I'm plugging Michael Trim. Michael, I don't know you at all. I do not know this guy, but I watched this video. It was very informative, and I'm glad he made it. Excuse me, I told you my stomach hurt. WikiLeaks exposes DNC plans to sell access to POTUS against White House policy. This is really good. I watched, I believe, a documentary the other night where you wouldn't believe the DNC and how they sell a private dinner with Hillary Clinton for $200,000. And they sell seats at the White House dinner next to Obama. Closer you are to Obama, the higher you got to pay. Pay to play. Do y'all want that? Donald Trump has got $0 and 0 cents from Wall Street bankers for his election. He's funded his own election. This is the first time in history you've had a human being with the ability, even though he's rich, you got to look past that for a second. The first time in history you've had a pure American with his own financial capabilities of getting into politics. It's something that you and I dream of, getting in there and fixing it. Well, he is our only hope because he has the financial backing of his own to do it. And Donald Trump has helped people, poor people, his whole life. He's drove around New York and seen somebody down on their luck, and this is something that he's shown in the past, not just showing it recently like, oh, it's brand new, I'm just creating it for politics. This is something he showed 10 years ago, where he'll have them vetted, they'll come in, meet with him, and he'll ask them, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and he'll give them a job. So it's a big deal. It's way bigger than a lot of people believe. But watch this guy. I'll put this video and the other videos in the description, okay? I'll do that for you guys. I don't care about y'all, but maybe a little bit. All right. Number 12, comments section are hidden on Hillary's channel, but not on Trump's. Okay. Let's go. And I'm doing this live because I don't want someone saying, oh, you had all this stuff saved on your computer and you edit it, you know. And no, I'm doing it live on purpose. Hillary Clinton's speeches and events. Hillary Clinton, right here. Now this one, I'm going to cover my face up. Just show you a trend here, guys. Okay, here's a trend. Hillary Clinton official campaign launch.
Please welcome Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Okay, look over here. 2,105 views, 2,053 views. She's very, very close to 50-50 on this video. All right, I'll show you some Trump videos in a minute that'll just blow your mind. This, if you look at it, the comment section, I click show more. There is no comment section. Let's go to the next video. Go on to the next video. Fighter Hillary Clinton.
What is a fighter?
There's a comment. That was money well spent. Okay. 308,317 views and one comment. Do we all know where the comments have gone? I've been on these from the very beginning. Let me get my face back in the screen so I can talk to you guys. Literally, guys, I have been on here checking out Hillary's videos from the very beginning. The comments were all there, and they were mostly negative. 90, I would say out of 100 comments, 90 were negative and 10 were positive. And the 10 that were positive were overpowered. Okay, let's go to the next one. Equal, Hillary Clinton. 571,000 views. No comments. 7,000 likes, 4,000 dislikes. Barack Obama. Moments from night 3 at the Democratic National Convention, Hillary Clinton. 5,000 views, 400 to 200 likes versus dislikes. I've got stats on these, so I have a feeling they're being rigged. And you ask me, why are they being rigged? Well, I got stats where it was the opposite. And look at this one, it doesn't even have the view number on it. Missing the view number. It's got likes and dislikes. Go here. This one, 297 likes, 614 dislikes. And a lot, I got these people that say, well, YouTube is not a good gauge of likes and dislikes, or colleges and the other organizations would use it as a means to. It's all mainstream media. They're not going to use this. They're not going to use any information that's negative to Hillary, okay? And colleges brainwash kids into stupidity. That's why they get out of college. Their minds are they're whitewashed. I went to college. I know. No comments. Well, why would she hide her comment section? Another one, 456 dislikes, 185 likes. Comment section, hidden. I'm going to do all 6 of them, guys. 32,000 likes, 17,000 dislikes.
I'm ready for a lot of things.
Okay. This one has some, but look, 4,900,000 views and 15,000 comments. Look at this. Gouda. Is it just me, or almost every comment on this channel deleted? And here's one, should be Bernie versus Trump. But it says there's 15,000 comments on this page. See, I'm being fair to you guys. I'm going and doing all of them. Here's 2.3 million. And there's 87 okay. This is proof. It says there's 87 comments. Could not load comments. Please try again. I click it. And this is my comment. This is mine, 7/15/2016, 12:38 a.m. Central Standard Time. Historical record, 2,300,030 views, 25,471 likes, 25% likes, 75,000 dislikes, 75% dislikes. Okay, it's kind of close, isn't it? And you see how it's darkened? That's my like. I can undo my like or dislike. See that? But I cannot click it and make it go 86, 87, 88, 89. Somebody told me in a comment, well, you get bots on there. You get a bot on there. That bot just make that light go up there. Up, 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 up. Look at this. This is weird. See that? I don't know how it switched to 152. What the? But see, it's 152, 151. Well, it was 20-something thousand. Jesus. Got me worrying. Got me worrying. We're on a live feed here. All right. Shut that stupid music up. She has to have someone from Hollywood freaking support her. I need to drink a beer. Damn it. All right. Donald Trump, speeches and events. His is probably missing all of the comments too. I bet it is. Let's see. This is a brand new speech. I bet the comments are disabled. What? 2,000 views and he's got 14 comments already. And I bet he's got some anti-Trump comments in here. Look at this one. This proves that it's worldwide right here. That I don't know if that's Russian or Bulgarian. I have an aunt from Bulgaria and it looks very similar to this. But she talks to people in Russia and stuff. But let's see. Closed-minded, thinking, a con man. See, this is an anti-Trump. Okay, let's go to the next one. Full speech, Trump rally in Denver, 700 views, 99 likes, 3 dislikes. Guys, that is, if it was 103, that's 97% likes. What was Hillary's a second ago? Some of them were worse, and some of them were maybe 50 to 60% likes. But there you go. And then his comments. He got 35 comments on just 700 views. Let's go to this one. We're going to do 6 of his, all right? That sound good? Sound good to y'all? Sound good to me. Full speech, Donald Trump, 7,200 views, 213 likes, 19 dislikes, and he's got 132 comments, and they're all here. Okay. No more corrupt politicians. I got to get through all this, but full event, Donald Trump, Denver, Colorado. 2,000 views, 202 likes, 11 dislikes. There's anti. What a moron. Okay. Illinois for Trump, Colorado for Trump. There's the what a moron reposter. I love this man. But the comments are there. He's not. Here's the focus. Is he trying to hide something? Does Donald Trump get up there and say, okay, I'm going to hide what people don't like about that? That is the judgment of character. We're electing a character. We're electing someone that we send up there that we trust or we don't trust. We elect someone that we say, don't hit the launch button on the nuclear weapon. And he says, I've been honest to him this whole campaign. I will not hit the launch button. He's that kind of guy. Hillary is the kind of woman, because she hides shit and because she tells the FBI I'm above you, she's the one that we say, don't hit the launch button, Hillary. We don't want to go to war. And she says, did I ever fucking listen to you to begin with? Sit down and shut up. That's the difference. And it has nothing, you feminists, it has nothing to do with men versus women. You women can be president, and y'all will be president, but not this woman. Now I forgot where I was. Those speeches look the same. Yeah, 698, 690. I'm sorry, guys. I took you over the same damn speeches twice. My bad. 3 times. Yep. Not paying attention. Here. Okay. We'll just go to the right. This is these are different. See the views? Here's 7,213 and 19. That's 90%, 93%. There's mine. 96%. Lock her up. And he's got 132 comments on 7,000 views. Let's go right and go to this one, 18,000 views. And this one, 110. Now here's 151 dislikes. See, so he's got, I've already know this because Ivanka Trump had one where it's on the Republican channel where she had 3,000 dislikes and 1,500 likes. So they're in there, guys. I know, just like when you go to the polls, if it's 3% off, the exit poll is 3% different than the actual vote, something's wrong. This is the same scenario, but it's less than 3% in my view, because most of them I see are pretty accurate. Here we got 114 comments to 18,000 views. They're there, and there's anti-Trump comments in here. Crooked press. I'm looking for an anti. You won't get to heaven. There you go. There's an anti-Trump comment. Okay. And I'm doing this for y'all's benefit. It's unbiased media reporting. I'm giving you the facts and I'm letting you see that the truth is there. You know, it's 12,000 views, 250 likes, 35 dislikes. How many comments does he have? Or did he wipe them out? 173. And there I am recording stats for people to see. And I know some people say, well, why would you record stats? I mean, they're in there. Brian, they're right here. They're up here in this. They're up here on this thing. Yeah, they are. They are until Hillary gets with Google and says, Google, you own YouTube. Go flop them. And it's the highest bidder. You know, you own the Clinton Foundation and you got $150 million. And some executive in Google says, well, okay, I want that Porsche. That Porsche that's $1 million. I think it's $1 million. It goes 230 miles an hour. I want that car. Okay. How many you want me to flip? This status, this right here, is connected to my channel. So when I go into my channel and look at all these comments, I know I can compare it to right before the election and say, wait, shit's going awry. You know, I had this trend. Here's my trend. And then in one single day, it went the opposite direction. So something's up. Okay. I've done lots of Trump speeches, and I'm not liking the view count, because the view count to me, all right, let's go to my spreadsheet real quick. All right, my spreadsheet is where I randomly go in and just type Trump speech in Google. I'm sorry, YouTube, and I just click on the Trump speeches. And it don't matter, I'm just clicking on what's there, and I'm typing it in. Same with Hillary speeches. Of all of them that I've clicked on, and I don't go to one and skip it because it's a good number or a bad number, I've just done them chronologically. And then when I sorted these, I think I may have sorted by views or by likes or dislikes or something. Maybe time. I sort them, and then with Hillary it's the same thing. But all of them that I've done, Trump has averaged 85% likes, 15% dislikes, and Hillary has averaged, she's got some better, some worse, 40% likes, 60% dislikes on the ones I've done so far. It's almost like I took this little demographic sample, put it down, and there it is. Not saying it's 100%, you assholes that think everything's got to be $18 million MSM perfect. You know, I could run a Hollywood studio here and have bombs going off in the background and put a green screen up and make you think I'm in Israel too, all right? So don't start shit with me. For instance, here's a Trump speech. See, there's 235. And a second ago, I was like, man, why isn't this one coming up? Because it's got a lot of views. Man, we don't want to show that. We don't want to show the good views. 240,000 views. And it didn't show up a minute ago. But it's got 3,000 likes, 1,400 dislikes. And it's got 1,350 comments. Down, down, down. Comment, comment, comment. And over here at Hillary, you know, Hillary's got a lot of views on YouTube, but she's got a lot that are just like Trump. Now, when you get to the Hillary channel, I do have to ask this question: is because Google accounts connect to YouTube, and a Google account can only vote on a single video one time. The only way to defeat the voting system in YouTube would be to outsource voting by mass Google account creation. So if any of you guys have information on maybe some Indians or some Arabs or some Chinese or sending you requests on like Upwork or freelancer.com or anywhere else asking you to create them, you know, $10 per account, create me 10 accounts, that could be a tie. That could tie into, oh my God, Hillary is using Clinton Foundation money to purchase Google accounts and then insourcing so people can just go use them Google accounts. Could you imagine how difficult that would be though? You have each person with 10 Google accounts and they got to go through and just click like on videos. That's crazy. I have hair, by the way. Not a lot of it. It's almost gone, but I have it. Let's see. Go back to our little document. Hillary speech points at DNC. Oh, Hillary said at the DNC, I am not here to repeal the Second Amendment or take your guns. Just remember this year, which is the last year of Obama's term. That should answer all your questions. When the person is on their last year of their term, do they give a flying shit what they told you when they were elected president? They don't care about you. Okay. Have text reader read this. I want to have text reader read this. You guys know I'm not, and I'll admit it. I suck at reading. That's something I've always not been good at. It's like some people when they read, they flow into it. I've never flowed into it. I could read a Motor Trend magazine to you, verbatim, word for word, talking about gears and sprockets and suspension arms and engines, crankshafts, all that stuff, and it's mellow to me. Wow. But when I'm reading this kind of stuff, I'm not good at it. So my little text reader is going to read it. She is kind of robotic, but at the same time, it's one of the best I've found. So let me see here.
Science is controlled by the government. When a scientist has a hypothesis,
hold on, I turned it up.
Science is controlled by the government. When a scientist has a hypothesis, he cannot run experiments without the government or private grants. In rare cases, there are no Galileos or Einsteins operating solely and on a financial shoestring for the love of science, simply because there cannot be. You need major money for everything from test tubes to the Hadron Collider to prove your theories. When your funder, who profits from X, tells you to solve for X, you must do so. The very people who scream, the science is settled, are the same people who would have imprisoned Galileo for proposing that the earth was not flat or that the sun did not revolve around the earth. Science is never settled because there are always causative factors, facts not in evidence, that are continually being discovered, etc. You cannot wake people up who insist on the false comfort of believing in demagogues and like to keep them safe and uneducated. They must believe whatever they are told, because the alternative is educating themselves, discovering for themselves, reading and experimenting themselves, using facts and reason instead of emotion. and they would rather boil everything down to a slogan or euphemism so that they do not have to think about it on anything. Simply follow the crowd and its leaders. You cannot fix stupid when it insists on remaining so, and even demands that stupidity be the acceptable norm. I thank you, B. Jones. You are a human patriot. Signed, Brian Standridge.
B. Jones wrote that. Wrote it pretty good too, by the way. That basically, in a nutshell, says you liberals that are young, you've got to break out. It's a one-way street. Once you use logic and reasoning to break out of the Democratic Party, we need this party to fall, guys. They start creating superdelegates and winning elections and not winning, cheating by forcing elections. That's when you go, oh my God. Times are changing. So I'm trying to break you social justice warriors, and I don't mention you enough, but the millennials, I want to break you out too. I have nieces and nephews that are millennials and social justice warriors, and I want to break them out. I want them to know that I do care about them. It's constructive criticism. My son knows this. I get on to my son and I talk bad to my son, not bad like cussing him or anything, but I criticize him, and then I will always come back. In the end, I will tell him I love him, and I will tell him that there's some things that he has to learn now. For instance, the repetitive things of life, doing the same thing every day, taking a bath, brushing your teeth, those are the things that my 8-year-old needs to know to do on his own, at his own time. I should not have to tell my son each night to go do those things. And he's doing them on his own now, and it's amazing. It's amazing to sit in here, because right now I'm doing my channel, but during the week I'm working. And when I'm working, it's awesome to have him. He'll come in here and stand by me while he's doing his thing, and he knows I'm working. What you working on? And I'll tell him, and that's a good feeling. But that's what all kids need. And then when you get into college, and you run through college and you get out, you need to have that openness that the world around me, I'm part of it, and I control part of it. I can't be closed in, and the only thing I'm looking through is a straw that watches MSNBC or CBS. Because when I'm watching that tube, my mind is connected inside the tube to the outside world. That is the matrix. It is the matrix. You don't want to live there. Okay, typical news article about Hillary's wrongdoing. Full screen this. MSM always leaves mindless readers with enough Trump negativity to overpower Hillary's wrongdoing. Wall Street Journal. I believe this is Wall Street Journal. I'm not 100% guys, but it was one of them sites I pulled it off of. Now, I'm not going to have her read this article. I'm just going to go over the key points. All of it that's not highlighted is about Hillary and about what she did wrong as far as her classified emails and intelligence are concerned. You can pause it and read it if you want to. But I want you to really focus on the very last paragraph, the very last part of the paragraph, where I've highlighted it in yellow. They spend all of that time, it's almost like this is fair and balanced news, like watching CNN. They spend time, Hillary did, Hillary bad, Hillary bad, Hillary bad. And then they leave you because they know when you walk away what's going to be freshest on your mind, the negative on Trump. So it's the problem the GOP has is that they lack a candidate with the ability to keep a relentless focus on Clinton's trust issues. Instead, Donald Trump Tuesday suggests Clinton had bribed Attorney General Lynch and saying positive things again about Saddam Hussein, like he likes dictators. In any normal year, Clinton would be in serious trouble, but this is not a normal year. Okay, number one, they associate Trump with Hussein. That it's almost like code word. Believe me, these news corporations are tied in with the CIA. Go look up Anderson Cooper and look up Anderson Cooper's wiki page. He's former CIA. The Central Intelligence Agency, that's how they do business. That's how they do it. They do business. It's misinformation, disinformation. They created the Matrix. Why do you think the movie The Matrix ever came out? It didn't come out because we're all living in a pod outside and computers are controlling us. It came out because we all do live in a pod. We live in our computers. And the world around us is almost projected through them. So I guess you could maybe call it kind of a reverse Matrix. But after reading this whole paragraph, you would leave thinking Trump's a bad person. And that's New York Times, Los Angeles Times, New York or Washington Post, Huffington Post, and a lot of others. Rolling Stone. They're all liberal biased. Okay, discussion. The comments and feedback section. I've gotten some comments that are, you're stupid comments and you're ignorant. And then I got one that he said, well, shoot, let me pull up my page. No sense in talking about it without showing them. And if y'all don't want to watch it, this is the end of the show, by the way. I appreciate y'all's time. I'm going to show the comment section here in a second, but I'm going to go ahead and plug freelancing. I'm there. I work hard. I make good money. I'm very good at what I do. See me on Upwork and freelancer.com. My name is Brian Standridge. Please like and share, subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm very proud to have it was only 104 views on my last video, but that makes a person feel good. It makes me want to do another one. And it's my objective to inform you. And if you comment me and say you were wrong on something, guys, I'm a logical human being. If I am wrong on something and I feel deep down that you have presented the facts and I can't deny them, the following show I'll come back and say, I take back what I said there. It's easy for me to do that because that's what a leader does. A normal human that cares about other humans, not so much a leader, a normal human that cares about other humans will say he was wrong on things and admit it and move forward. But Hillary Clinton, her whole presidency is based off of lies. It's based off of, I didn't do that, I didn't do that, I didn't do that, and that's all you ever freaking hear from her. What about Vince Foster's death? I didn't do that. I don't know anything about that. He killed himself. What about the UN guy that died? He got his throat crushed. Did you do that? Or maybe he had a heart attack. I'm not sure. He was going to testify against you and he died. Did you do that? No, I didn't do that. People just die. It ain't my fault. So what if it happens around me all the damn time? And so what if I protect my husband after he goes off and molests and sexually assaults women, and I stand by him, and I get money from Saudi Arabia, a country that kills gay people legally and doesn't support women and doesn't let women drive cars? So what? I've looked at those things, and I know that she does not care about human life. She cares about the next dollar and where to look for it. This is The Awakening. Signing off. It's nice to have you on. I'll talk to you guys next time. Now, I'm going to go to the comments section. And I'm sure the guys that had their comments on here, they're going to want to watch this. I've only got 4 videos, which isn't much. Fix this, okay. Why are you not going to my channel? There we are. Alright. I got one on here at the very bottom. What the fuck is with the database, dude? That's a bit abnormal, don't you think? You realize that, right? Presidential election is a big deal. It's not something, I'm sure this kid here's 20 and he likes going out with friends and going to the movies or riding bicycles or riding a skateboard or playing Nintendo. I don't know. Computer games, like my son. He plays Besiege and a whole slew of games. But I'm 40. I'm not a kid no more. I don't go out and do them things. I've been married. I've been married and I've been divorced. And I know what that's like. I've got a child. I have a child that I take care of. I get no child support for, because the person that I married basically went to drugs, and that she's been there ever since, and no one can find her to have her help with the raising of my son. So, you know, you can say hateful things like that if you want to. I mean, it doesn't reflect positively on you. In fact, it makes you look kind of stupid. I mean, just imagine me and you meeting in Walmart and you saying that in front of a group of people. You know, if you think that that would be normal behavior, then I hate to tell you that it's not. It's pretty bad. But on some of these, I get that attitude and I give it right back when I'm talking back to him. That was him. This guy up here, Nicholas, he had some points, and he's like, well, you don't know. You can't say that this is a gauge as to making Donald Trump win. But the truth is, long story short, guys, the polls are going towards Trump right now. The DNC, people are dropping out of Bernie's party, going to Trump. Black Lives Matter was chanting, don't vote for Hillary, she kills black people. That's a video on YouTube. Go find it. Go find where Bernie supporters were saying, hell no DNC, we won't vote for Hillary. It's out there. And then this guy and me got into an argument outside of my channel. We were talking on somebody else's platform, and he just thought, well, I'll just go over there and I'll turn him upside down and tell him he's a dumbass, and boy, I'm going to rip him a new one. Guys, if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm not going to hide comments. Okay, they're there. I'm not Hillary. I'm just not Hillary. I don't hide things and be afraid of people saying that, you know, they're just words. At the end of the day, they're words, and I get to say words back, and that's all that matters. It's a discussion, a conversation. As long as you don't flip my car over and key my car or throw rocks at me, I think I'm fine. But if you did that kind of stuff, there would be legal grounds to do things. But these are just words. And like I said, it reflects on you when you say things like that. Now, quickly, Young Turks, I asked earlier, I wanted to show y'all the video. Here it is.
Okay, I'm in Cleveland.
Y'all know him.
I'm significantly outside of Cleveland. This is the only hotel we could find. Okay, now, I'm walking around Ohio just for a third of a day. So I'm going to pull a David Broder / Tom Friedman here, and I don't say that in a positive light. So feel free to ignore what I'm about to say. Don't watch it if you don't want. I'm the only man in America who will tell you not to watch that. Because it's not based on studies, it's not based on a poll, it's, you know. So I'm going to speak from the, proverbial gut. But as I walk around here and I watch the people and I hear people either talking to them or overhearing them, here's the sense that I got. Oh no, Trump's going to win. Now, let's break down what I mean by that and why it's partly nonsense, okay? So, I sense a great disturbance in the force. Okay, and in all seriousness, a great anger and a great frustration. Now, it's enormously possible that I'm seeing not what I want to see, because I don't want to see that, but my preconceived notion of what's already out there. Totally possible. And so, I'll obviously being totally frank about that. But look, most of the pundits, including me, spend almost all their time in the major cities. So I spend 90% of my time in LA, New York, and Washington. So there's a different vibe out here. And maybe this is super cliched and like, oh, I've been to the Midland. And it turns out in the middle of the country they feel slightly differently. Yeah, but they do. They do. This is not an LA crowd. This is not a DC or New York crowd. And they look pissed. So as I overheard people talking, and I know it's super anecdotal. How many caveats can I give to you on this? But I walk out of a sandwich place at lunch, and I swear the first thing I thought was, oh no, Trump's gonna win. Oh, Jesus Christ, he's gonna win. Remember, this is Ohio. This isn't any random other place. This isn't Idaho or
Okay, I'll stop there. I'll stop there and end the show. I'm right at 1 hour plus what I recorded before I clipped the video. Y'all get the whole thing. I think it's 1 hour and 15 minutes. But I'm signing off. This is The Awakening. I'm your host, Brian Standridge, and I really hope to see you guys next time. Thanks a lot, and bye-bye.